One Radio Network. The Titans could be without Ryan Tannehill Sunday. He didn't practice Tuesday due to the ankle injury he suffered 2 weeks ago. Head coach Mike Vrabel says if Tannehill can't go, both backup QBs Malik Willis and Will Levis will likely play against the Falcons. Kyler Murray is working his way back from a torn ACL and meniscus. An NFL Network insider, Ian Rappaport, says he could take the field in early November. If that holds true, he won't have Zach Ertz available. Ertz has been placed on IR after suffering a quad strain Sunday. The plan is for him to return this season. That's according to NFL Network insiders Mike Garafolo and Tom Pelissero. But the earliest Ertz can come back is Week 12 against the Rams. Speaking of the Rams, they released kicker Brett Maher. He missed 2 field goals and an extra point attempt in Sunday's loss to the Steelers. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now.
If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or
you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. Happy Wednesday, the 25th day of October, 2023. I'm Carroll. In the newsroom, it's Gene. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, Carroll.
It's another beautiful day.
It is.
Okay, and you're happy to see the sun and no rain, right?
Yeah, no rain or slow fog.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Yes, just returned from Oregon.
Oregon.
Yes. Oh, well. Anyway, coming up, we'll celebrate some birthdays. We already celebrated Marion Ross. That was Mrs. Cunningham, Mrs. C, on Happy Days. So she is 95 today. And, well, we'll get to the other big shot birthdays. And then, of course, our local birthdays, the important ones, right?
Right. The important ones.
Okay. Well, let's see. You recently spent some time in the air. A JetBlue plane at JFK Airport was taken out of service after it tipped backward onto its tail as passengers were getting off. Yeah, I've seen pictures. Yeah. The passengers departed the plane and made their way home because, well, I don't think they were heading to the gym. I think the FAA determined airline passengers seriously need to lay off the carbs, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
That'd be kind of scary. Yes.
And then they told everybody to freeze, right?
They told everybody, let's start shifting weight, okay? You move here, you move there. I've had that happen on a boat, a small boat. And, they've done that, on the smaller computer airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody, you can't bunch up. You're going to have to kind of move around, else we're going to have problems with this plane.
And that's kind of the story of the way you were just describing.
Yes. We've got our once and occasional feature, Crime Watch. 2 suspects are in custody after allegedly taking vodka and Red Bull out of a stopped train car in Tennessee. Officers arrested 2 people sitting beside roughly 30 cases of vodka. Now, of course, the suspects were drunk, but highly energized. Okay, we've got our birthdays to celebrate today. How about, we mentioned Marion Ross is 95. Singer John Anderson of Yes, 79. Singer Taffy Nivert of Starland Vocal Band, 79. Guitarist Glenn Tipton of Judas Priest, 76. Actor Brian Kerwin, 74. Actor Nancy Cartwright, 66. Drummer Chad Smith of Red Hot Chili Peppers, 62. Actor Tracy Nelson, Rick Nelson's little girl, is 60. Actor Michael Boatman is 59. Actor Kevin Michael Richardson, 59. Actor Matthew Amalric is 58. Other birthdays today is actor Adam Goldberg is 53. Actor Leslie Grossman is 52. Actor Craig Robinson, 52. Actor Makad Brooks is 43. Actor Josh Henderson, 42. Singer Katy Perry is 39. And actor Krista Marie Yu, 35. And local birthdays coming up.
The second annual off-road show presented by the Off-Road Pit will be at the Imperial Valley Mall November 4th. Kxo Radio and the Off-Road Pit are giving away tickets. When you hear the sound of the engine roar, be the 10th caller. It's that easy. The second annual off-road show presented by the Off-Road Pit will be fun for the whole family. Doors open at 4 p.m. with lots of UTVs and off-road vehicles on display. Plus vendors, food, and drinks, including a beer garden. So keep listening to KXO when you hear the engine roar. Be the 10th caller and win.
Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Sandra Mayra Torreno, Joseph Mulheron, Maria Gasca, Juan Quintero, Cecilia Wong, Becky Bingley, Grace Lopez, Ryan Breland, Erica Alvarez, Lynn Sanchez, Sonia Newton, Eric McCormick, Alfie Varetto, and happy birthday, Joe Montenegro. And many happy returns. So, did you make it to Tillamook?
We did not. Didn't get over to that side of the state.
Okay.
So another time.
Well, yeah, it's visiting Tillamook is well worth it, especially if you like cheese and ice cream and dairy products. If you're lactose intolerant, I don't suggest it.
Yeah, we did have some Tillamook ice cream.
Yes.
But it was right there from the little town that we were in.
Yeah, well, you can go by Grocery Outlet and pick some up here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yes. And a report out determined that people would rather give up sex than their morning coffee. We'll just kind of let that one go. Okay. Where's my coffee? I need more coffee. Are you ready for news?
I'm ready for news if you're ready for news. Everybody is.
We'll check with George and see how... Oh, George says he's ready. It's World in California News headlines right now, brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. The Israeli military says it's launching hundreds of strikes a day on Hamas targets in Gaza. Doctors Without Borders' Avril Benoit tells CBS.
The hospitals, one by one, are closing because they just can't function. The whole other layer to this is that they don't have electricity on a sustained level.
A vote's expected on the full House floor today on Republicans' fourth House Speaker nominee, Mike Johnson of Louisiana. CBS's Scott McFarland's on Capitol Hill.
It's still an uphill fight for Mike Johnson to win. He needs 217 votes in a House Republican conference that has a lot of bad blood over the past few weeks.
They're bracing for the first winter storm of the season in parts of the Northwest. Ted Jones with Montana's Department of Transportation.
Looking at getting snowplows mounted, ready to go. We got sand piles stocked and ready to go. Just trying to get the people in place to put in that equipment and get them out on the roads.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Republicans in the U.S. House still struggling to select a new speaker. Tom Emmer of Minnesota announces the party's nominee Tuesday morning and withdrew from consideration Tuesday afternoon. Ousted Speaker Kevin McCarthy of California on the division within the party.
Iran is still producing oil where America doesn't get to produce their full potential. This has just been a cluster, a mistake, and it has harmed not just the party, but the nation.
Mike Johnson of Louisiana, the latest to be nominated, doubtful he has the 217 votes necessary to win approval on the House floor. State Attorney General Rob Bonta among those leading a massive lawsuit against Facebook and Instagram's parent company, Meta, accusing the company of designing features aimed at getting children and teens addicted.
More time on social media tends to be correlated with depression, with anxiety, body image issues, susceptibility to addiction, and interference with daily life, including learning.
California leading a coalition of 33 states seeking an injunction of monetary relief. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning.
In Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, children are the future. Here, tobacco companies are committed to higher education, offering scholarships to students who submit essays about the benefits of vaping. The tobacco industry even sponsors summer camps for kids. Don't worry, the tobacco-sponsored programs have been linked to leaving your kids more interested in smoking. In Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, the world's deadliest industry is your child's friend. See reality at undo.org.
Exergen thermometers are the smart choice when selecting a thermometer. With children back at school, keeping them healthy is important. Got a fever? Stay home. To detect fever accurately at home, you need a clinically accurate, fast, and non-invasive thermometer. The Exergen thermometer is backed by over 100 clinical studies. Accuracy matters. Be smart and safe. Measure accurately with Exergen thermometers. Available at Walgreens and other participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one of service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations in the valley to serve you. At the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Wednesday morning. Residential burglary in El Centro. Here's more on that story.
A home in the 100 block of North 3rd Street had been burglarized. It was reported that 2 safes were taken. The safes contained cash, jewelry, and miscellaneous documents. Investigators are reviewing video footage taken from the scene. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
National Take Back Day. It's the 25th annual National Take Back Day. It'll be held this Saturday, October 28th. Locally, it'll be held at the Starbucks on South 4th Street in El Centro. The special day is the creation of the Drug Enforcement Administration. It is an opportunity for residents to clean out their medicine cabinets and safely dispose of old or no longer used medical prescription medicines. Take Back Day will run from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Residents are encouraged to remove unneeded medications from their homes to prevent misuse and opioid addiction from ever starting. Collection sites will be accepting tablets, capsules, patches, and other solid forms of prescription drugs. KXO News Time 742.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Central Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
Continuing with more local news, an El Centro woman reported that a catalytic converter was taken from her vehicle. George Gale filed the story.
The woman told investigating officers that when she took her kids to school, she noticed the car sounded very loud. When she returned home, she checked under the car and found that the catalytic converter was missing. The theft apparently occurred sometime overnight in the 1600 block of Adams Avenue. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
In other news, a community forum will be held on Thursday. It is being hosted by the Central Union High School District. It is a community forum on fentanyl awareness. It will be held in collaboration with the Imperial County Behavioral Health Services and the Probation Department. The community forum and resource fair will be held Thursday from 5:30 till 7:30 p.m. The event aims to raise awareness about the dangers of fentanyl within the community and will coincide with Red Ribbon Week. The event will take place at the Jimmy Cannon Theater at Southwest High School, 2001 Ocotillo Drive in El Centro. The forum will educate attendees on the risks associated with fentanyl, a powerful synthetic opioid that has become an insignificant concern in recent years. As part of the event, there will be a resources fair providing attendees with access to educational resources and support services. Spanish translation will be available. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the Valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Dr. Marcus, please report to pharmacy. There's an issue affecting many children that I can't solve alone. It's called toxic stress. It's how a child's body responds to difficult experiences, from harsh language to a painful loss. It builds up inside, making it harder to fight off infections and illnesses, and increasing the risk for lasting health issues. But there are steps parents can take to help. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
Sheriff's Department deputies responded to a report of shots fired in the north end of the valley. George Gale explains.
The county sheriff's office received multiple calls of a disturbance on Tank Road and in the slabs near Nyland. The calls came in at 4:28 Sunday afternoon. One caller said they heard shots fired. Another caller said they had seen a 45-year-old Latoya Rogers and 36-year-old Demel Mercer shooting at people. Deputies arrived at the camp and ordered the suspects to come out of their trailer. Rogers was uncooperative and initially refused to exit the trailer. After about an hour of negotiations, she finally came out. Deputies placed the woman into custody. She told deputies Mercer was not in the trailer. Deputies searched the trailer. They did not find the male suspect, but they did find several firearms, high-capacity magazines, crates of ammunition, and military-grade ordnance. The search continued, and Mercer was finally found hiding in a makeshift septic tank. He was taken into custody and, along with Rogers, was booked into county jail. Both were charged with assault with a deadly weapon, brandishing a firearm, resisting arrest, and negligent discharge of a firearm. U.S. Navy explosive ordnance disposal personnel responded to the scene and helped remove and take custody of the military ordnance. Earlier in the month, both suspects were involved in a pursuit. At the time, deputies were able to locate the vehicle, but Mercer and Rogers had fled. The vehicle was stored, and after a search resulted in the discovery of a .22 caliber revolver, several cell phones, and several high-capacity magazines, live ammunition, brass, and suspected methamphetamine. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Traditional annual event will be held on Thursday. It's the annual Imperial Valley Pallet. It will be held at the Imperial Valley Food Bank Thursday, starting at 6 p.m. Art and wine lovers enjoy the event every year. It is an opportunity for the community to purchase artwork from local artists and support the food bank's mission. More than 30 local artists will be featured. Entertainment will be provided by Kelly and Lorenzo, along with the Blue Lake Jazz Quartet. As of tradition, there will be a variety of wines. Pre-sale tickets can be purchased online and will also be available at the door. Well, several county offices will be temporarily closed. Here's more on that story.
County of Imperial says the treasurer, tax collector, assessor, and auditor controller, public works, and clerk recorder will be temporarily closed. Their offices will be closed today from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Department of Human Resources and Risk Management will be closed all day long. The other offices, the aforementioned offices, will again reopen at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If you must do business with any of those offices, you can go online. For more information on these and other local news stories, go to the KXO website, KXORadio.com. I'm George Gale reporting for KXO Local News.
By the way, Gene, the office is closed today for the Health and Benefits Fair for county employees.
All right, another name to add to the list this morning. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
Here's Buckley with a weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, overall tranquil weather will prevail through the rest of the week with daily temperatures near normal. Expect high temperatures in the 80s across the Imperial and Yuma valleys, with overnight lows mostly in the 50s under clear to mostly clear skies. A dry weather system is likely to brush by the region over the weekend, bringing an increase in winds and even cooler temperatures for Sunday and Monday. 86, the high in the valley yesterday, 59, the overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 88. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southwest. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 59. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest. And Thursday will be sunny with a high near 85. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast later in the morning. 63 degrees, 68% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast 7 to 9 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather, presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Don't forget pallet, and pallet. Tomorrow night at the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Coming up, we've got sports.
Friday nights are for football, and we have it on KXO AM 1230. Catch the action with Carroll, Buckley, and John Dripple as we bring you the best matchup of the week with either the Central Spartans or Southwest Eagles. High school football is brought to you by
McNeese Mart at Dogwood and Main in El Centro. Johnny's Burrito in Brawley, El Centro, and Imperial. Also has a mobile automotive service. And K's Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial with daily lunch specials.
And we'll be at Cal Jones Field for the Bell game on Friday night. Taking a look at sports brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. The Diamondbacks, they beat the Phillies. Yeah, the Diamondbacks with a 4-2 win last night move on to the World Series, and they will take on the Texas Rangers. By the way, Diamondbacks second baseman Ketel Marte has been named most valuable player of the 2023 National League Championship Series. Marte set a Major League Baseball record with RBIs. And, RBI machine, Adolis Garcia named the American League Championship Series MVP. It's World Series action Friday, the Diamondbacks and the Rangers, Game 1.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
The San Francisco Giants will soon announce the hiring of Bob Melvin as their new manager. What? Melvin? Isn't he the Padres manager? Nope. Padres gave him permission to talk to the Giants, and the Giants immediately signed him. Yeah, well, AJ, Preller and Melvin, yeah, they couldn't communicate. So Melvin moves on, and that's the Padres' loss. It was NBA action last night, opening night of the NBA season. The Nuggets beat the Lakers 119-107. Meanwhile, the Suns stopped the Warriors 108-104. And American Athletic Conference officials voted yesterday to add Army to the conference, football only, in the wake of SMU's departure. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Bud Light has announced that they're going to be the official sponsor of Mixed Martial Arts League UFC. It's part of a broader effort to revive Bud Light from a sales slump following a partnership with a transgender influencer that sparked a backlash among its core customers. The multi-year sponsorship, which begins January 1st of 2024, makes Bud Light the official beer partner of the UFC, with the beer branding having a highly visible presence during fights and weigh-ins. Bud Light's logo will also be seen on digital content and on air. Well, the Tesla Cybertruck, at least in its first model year, will not likely be available in an inexpensive two-wheel drive version. That, according to government regulators and a document submitted by the company. The document also reveals that the Cybertruck, like other electric trucks, will be heavy. The document posted online by the Federal National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has uncovered recently on a Cybertruck message board and is a vehicle identification number or VIN decoder. Every passenger vehicle sold in America is required to have a VIN. Meanwhile, the Cybertruck is going to be big and it's going to be heavy. And the U.S., along with some Middle Eastern nations, are stepping up efforts to target a secret Hamas investment portfolio government officials believe to be worth up to $1 billion. To target the Hamas investment portfolio, U.S. officials said yesterday the Treasury Department is working with members of the Gulf Cooperation Council. On the big board, we're looking at red, the Dow off 15 points, S&P 500 down 33, and the NASDAQ off 194 points. Gold up $1.70 an ounce, and oil down 33 cents a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 88. South-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming southwest. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 59. South-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest. And Thursday will be sunny with a high near 85. West wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming south-southeast later in the morning. And right now downtown, we're looking at 64 degrees, 67% relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. Remember, they offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil, El Centro. Just ahead, CBS News on the hour. Don't forget about the KXO website, kxoradio.com. Our YouTube channel. Hey, we just finished our YouTube broadcast. Yeah, you can go back and check it out.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. The UN warns fuel is desperately needed in Gaza for the relief operation to continue. CBS's Cammie McCormick reports on a war of words between the UN chief and Israel.
Antonio Guterres is rejecting accusations that he justified Hamas attacks on Israel.
I am shocked by the misrepresentations by some of my statement yesterday in the Security Council, as if I was justifying acts of terror by Hamas.
He said he was setting the record straight out of respect for the victims and families. His remarks yesterday infuriated Israel, which called for his resignation.
Moments ago at the White House, President Biden welcomed Australia's Prime Minister.
Together, we're standing with Israel against Hamas terrorism. We're standing with Ukraine against Putin's tyranny. And we're providing and proving that democracy can deliver on the challenges that matter most to people's lives, from climate change to cancer.
Now to Capitol Hill, and an introduction for many to Mike Johnson, a four-term Republican representative from Louisiana. He's the next best chance for Speaker of the House.
You're going to see this group working like a well-oiled machine. We owe that to the American people.
A vote on Johnson expected today. CBS News has confirmed former Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows is cooperating with prosecutors in the federal election interference case and could be close to an immunity arrangement. CBS's Robert Costa.
Mark Meadows could be the keystone witness. He was in the room with Trump again and again. He knows almost everything. Trump issued a statement, though, on social media saying he doesn't believe Meadows has cut any sort of deal.
In New York City, a 23-year-old man spent the night locked inside a jewelry store vault. Assistant Fire Chief John Sirocco.
The process was started to breach the wall at the vault, 30 inches or so of concrete. But we determined that at that point that we would hold off and see if the doors would open automatically.
It did. An interior timing mechanism freed the man. Police say no crime is suspected. Mexico's president says there are no reports of fatalities after the blast delivered by Hurricane Otis, but communications are down with the hardest hit areas in and around Acapulco. The Weather Channel's Stephanie Abrams says it hit as a Category 4 hurricane and has since weakened.
Still, powerful storm we've got here. Hurricane-force winds spreading over Mexico, and that's going to create heavy rain that could cause flash flooding and mudslides.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 15 points. The S&P is down 30, and the NASDAQ is down 176 points. This is CBS News.
You need to hire? Indeed is with you every step of the way, helping you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Risa, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine. Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
We're hearing more about what Britney Spears wrote, but someone else is doing the talking.
Actress Michelle Williams has gone viral for her narration of Britney Spears' new book and a portion about her 1990s boyfriend, Justin Timberlake.
NSYNC hung out with black artists. Sometimes I thought they tried too hard to fit in.
The gotcha line?
Walking our way was a guy with a huge blinged out medallion. Jay got all excited and said so loud, "Oh yeah, faux shiz, genuine. What's up, homie?"
Comments on the Audible clips range from "it's art" to "Williams is going to get a Grammy for this." Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Baseball's World Series opens Friday night with AL champion Texas Rangers hosting the NL winners, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona beat the Phillies last night in Philadelphia in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series to advance to the Fall Classic. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Carroll Buckley.
Everybody's talking about you.
Carroll Buckley.
You're the talk of the town.